All right. So while we start standing, for practice, definitely grab a yoga blanket or something like that you're going to sit up on. So bath towels rolled up, a quilt from the closet, a big bolstered pillow if you've got that, doesn't matter. And then an optional prop of blocks or a chair. And we're just going to start standing at the top of our mat. And you might even start standing, hanging onto the chair. I'm going to face you for a little while here so that you can see more of my body. And for a moment, we'll start like we do every class. We're going to close our eyes if that feels right, or let our gaze grow fuzzy. Allow the mind to drop into the body and just feel what's going on there. Maybe the easiest thing to notice are any places on our body that need a little extra love this morning, any aches and pains, any spots that bothered us last night when we slept. You might take a moment to just allow your mind to pop around the body, noticing all the little spots that need an extra love. Maybe it's one spot, maybe it's many. And without judgment, we're here just to observe, just to witness and allow. And then we're going to practice, if it feels right for you, breathing some extra love into those spaces. So on your next inhale, send your breath deep down into the belly. And as it fills the belly, it's also going to trickle into those spaces in your body that need that extra love. And then let that breath go. And with it goes pain, with it goes tension, with it goes stress, anxiety about hurting ourselves, whatever it is that we need to release from the body. Each inhale sends the breath down into the belly and then allows it to permeate those extra little spaces that need love. In exhale, takes any dark, yucky bits and just sends it right out your body. Maybe it's feelings, maybe it's fears, maybe it's physical pain. Follow your own breath. Allow the jaw to soften as you do this. Let your shoulders soften as well. Those fingertips hang heavy towards the earth. Loving on those bits just a little more this morning. And then when you're ready, we'll find a little micro movement with the breath. So on an exhale, feel the pads of your feet press down into the earth. You might even give yourself a little bounce against the earth just to feel the weight in your feet, really secure. Keep that nice, sweet, soft little bend in the knees. And then on your next inhale, you're going to press down through the feet, rise up through the top of the head. So we're lengthening through the spine. With each exhale, the feet ground firmly into the earth. The knees remain soft. With each inhale, we press up through the top of the head, lengthening through the spine. We feel the rib cage knit in slightly with this effort of lifting. All of this subtle movement, this subtle awareness we're building just with the breath. And then we're going to find some macro movement, some bigger movement here. On an inhale, you might blink your eyes open, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, palms towards the heart center, pressing the palms together for a little effort there. Let's do this twice more. Really finding length through the fingertips with each breath in. Exhale, press the palms together, engage those upper arms. Oops, one last time. I think this is an extra. And then on your next inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Let the palms meet. And I'm going to show you here. We're going to do Kali Mudra. So we're going to interlace all of our fingers like we're holding our own hand because we deserve that. And then point the pointer fingers out. And they meet in what is considered Kali's sword of truth. And she's a female deity from Hindu mythos. And she is a badass. And she cuts through down to the truth of whatever it is with her sword. And so on an inhale, raise the sword high, press up into that sword, and then exhale, lean towards the right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean. And we're just gonna do this back and forth. Inhale to rise, exhale to lengthen and surrender. See if you can't find length along the rib cage as you exhale here. Finding it through the side body. One more time to either side. And then inhale, find that length. Exhale, release the arms. I'm gonna face the front of my mat now, and we're gonna add some to this flow that we've got going on. So we'll start here in our Tadasana, pressing firmly down through the pads of the feet, the four corners of the feet here, so that in the pad of the foot, we focus on the mound behind the big toe, that mound behind the pinky toe. And then we're pressing down either through the center of the heel, or if you like to imagine it, through the outside and the inside of your heel. So either 4 points or 3 points on your foot, and you get to decide what mentally helps you find that earth connection. And then inhale when you're ready, sweep the arms up as you press up through the top of the head. Exhale, Kali Mudra to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the right with that sword of truth. We cut through the BS this morning. And then as on your next inhale, with fingertips pointed high, we're gonna lift that right knee up, and maybe we just come up onto the toes of the foot. Take a moment here. Maybe you practice lifting the toes. Maybe we take a moment placing our hand on our chair. Whatever supports that we would like, finding a balance here for a moment. And we don't wanna lock the knee of this leg that's supporting us. Keep the knee soft, press down through the four corners of that foot, engage the leg muscles, and then exhale when you're ready. Hopefully you've been breathing that whole time. Plant that right foot down. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So shift your weight over into that right foot. The left knee lifts. Maybe the toes hang out. Maybe it hovers. Maybe you plant your foot on a block just to get that lift. Decide what feels good. Let it be messy. Touch down as many times as you need, knowing your worth is never at stake. This is an exploration of self. It's different every day. And then on your next exhale, plant that left foot down. Drop your arms. It's a lot of work for the arms. If at any point this Kali Mudra gets too much, plant the arms at the heart center and just love on our upper body. By too much, I mean too much today, right? Because you're powerful. We're not here to judge what is too much or not too much. You're capable of so many incredible things. When you are ready, plant the pads of the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lean towards the left. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, lean towards the right. Inhale, rise up. As you do, bring that knee with you as far as it wants to go. And then on an exhale, step the foot back. Now, we're going to come into our high lunge. And so maybe your high lunge is like this, and your step back is just, I don't know, a foot or two, a wee bit here. Maybe you continue to step that right foot back, bending through this front left knee. You can hang on to the chair here, but we're going to continue to lift through the heart center, lift through the top of the head, and just decide what honors your body this morning, right? If the body says chill, be chill, and know that your yoga practice is on point. If the body says let's challenge, let's sweat, we need intensity, then meet yourself there. But there's no one that's more valuable than the other. From here, on an inhale, sweep the arms up, let the heart lift. Here's a gentle back bend. Lifting through the heart, pressing through the top of the head is going to protect us from crunching our low back here. And then on an exhale, drop the hands down in front of you. Press the fingertips away from the body. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then on an exhale, step it forward, hands towards the heart center. Woo. Let's do some ankle circles. Take a moment. We've got this. Plant through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Kali Mudra to the left. Inhale, rise up. Kali Mudra to the right. Inhale, rise up. Bring that left knee with you. Exhale, when you're ready, step it back as much as you like. Bring the palms towards the heart center. We're going to focus on really pressing down through the ball of that back foot, wherever it lands. This is going to engage the muscles around your knee. And then planting through the four corners of this front foot, bending through the knee as much as you like, right? So maybe you bend through the knee a lot. Maybe it's a little bit. On an inhale, sweep the arms up, find your back bend if that feels right. Hang out with this chair. You can find your back bend with the chair like this. Whoop, lift it up tall. You might even get a little closer to that chair. Lift it up tall. Everyone's like, oh, props, they lessen, the effort and it's not real yoga. And there's never been a bigger lie, because I find presence with my body and I find the most release and exploration when I use the props that I need. So never be afraid. When you're ready, exhale, step it forward. That's a long time to hang out like that. All right, we're almost done with this flow. Let's put it all together. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Kali Mudra to the left. Inhale, rise. Kali to the right. Inhale, rise, lifting that right knee. Exhale, step back when you're ready. Inhale. When you're ready, I keep saying that, lift through the head and the fingertips. Beautiful. We'll find a little twist here. Exhale, press those fingertips down in front of us. And then on an inhale, we're going to helicopter our right arm up and open behind us. But we're going to keep our hips pointed towards the short edge of our mat. They're going to want to open into warrior two, and we're not about that this morning. We're going to twist right here from the solar plexus. The heart wants to turn behind us, following our gaze and fingertips. When you're ready, sweep that arm back over, step it forward. Let's do the other side. Inhale when you're ready. Exhale, Kali Mudra to the right this time. Inhale, rise up when you like. Exhale to the left. Inhale as you rise, lifting that left knee. Exhale, step it back, palms at the heart center. On an inhale of your choice, sweep the arms up, lifting to the top of the head. Find a breath out, lower those fingertips down in front, pressing through the arms. And then inhale, we're going to helicopter sweep that left arm open, gazing over that left shoulder. On an exhale of your choice, helicopter it back, step forward. Beautiful, wonderful. Let's make our way into a seat. A couple ways to do this, right? I've taken you through your 10 minutes of standing practice. You might just come down into your Sukhasana or an enjoyable seat on top of your blanket, or facing the top of your mat, grabbing the chair. You might come down into a bit of a yoga squat. And here we're going to heel toe our feet out wide until the heels of our feet are on our mat. The toes of the feet are off our mat, right? So we're opening gently through the hips here just a little bit. And then a yoga squat looks like this. We're going to press down through the four corners of our feet. Bend the knees, just gently feel the legs engage, actively pressing down through the feet. And then I'm going to grab my chair, or you might just extend your arms out in front of you, and we're slowly going to lower. And if you've got blocks, you might take them and make like a nice little seat for yourself as a target. Maybe you want to try this without. Maybe you flip this chair around and you're going to sit down into your chair. There are so many beautiful ways to explore this. Maybe you get down as far as you'd like and you're like, this is good. I'm right here. Beautiful. Continue to press the power down to the pads of your feet. You might lower onto those blocks, right? Maybe this chair is underneath your seat. I love yoga because all you need is tools around your house to meet your body exactly where it is. Maybe you lower a little further, remove a block. Maybe you hang out where you are. And then from here, option to come down onto hands and knees. And so you might stand up to do that and come down onto hands and knees. Or you might press the chair forward, rock forward onto your hands, step back, not onto your blocks, onto hands and knees, and then find your seat. So I know that was a lot, but yogi squats, yogi squats are so, so delicious for the hips, the body. We're gonna start just like this. We're gonna extend our right leg long. We're gonna bend that left knee, plant the pad of that foot in the inside of this left leg, wherever along the leg it feels good. I'm gonna take my belly, I'm gonna pull it towards the center. And then we're gonna take a gentle fold over this extended leg. But the first thing we're gonna do is press through the heel, flex the toes towards the heart, engage the top of this leg. You might imagine that you're pressing the pad of your foot down into the earth, right? We're always grounding ourselves. These little micro movements that we learn in these classes, we take into every shape, no matter where we are in yoga, and we learn to honor our joints, our muscles, our emotions, no matter what we're doing. So when you're ready, inhale length through the top of the head. Exhale, we're gonna send our heart center towards or to melt down towards the top of the thigh. And you might reach across the body with this left hand, reaching on over towards the right, inviting the heart center to maybe square with the earth just a little more. I have my right hand. You might plant it in the earth. I have it pressed against the outside of my right leg just to give me a little leverage here. So little tips and tricks for the body. And then on an inhale, you're going to take this left hand, you're going to helicopter it all the way open behind you. Reaching out through those fingertips. And then on an exhale, helicopter it all the way back. Let's move with the breath. Now you might plant that right hand atop this right leg as an anchor. You might still have it against the earth, but we're just flowing with the breath. Or we're hanging out in stillness if our body is like, yeah, hang out and be chill. And nobody knows what you need in this moment more than you. One more time, if that feels right. And then exhale, hang out here. We're gonna walk our hands on over towards the left. And then as you're over here, we're gonna bend this right knee, plant that inside ankle against the earth. And here we have our left hand planted. On an inhale, sweep that right arm open skyward. Let your gaze follow. Exhale, close it up. We've sort of bypassed the props beneath us that we normally cue for 90-90 here by entering the posture a bit of a different way. Beautiful. On an exhale, you might plant that right hand. You might extend that right leg behind you and then roll up into pigeon. So what I'm doing is I'm just rolling up on top of that right leg. Maybe you hang out just like this. Both of these are wonderful, right? We don't have to roll up on top and put the whole weight of our body in it. We can enjoy this stretch just like this. When it feels right, swing that right leg back out in front. We're gonna come back up, switch sides, make space for the belly. On an inhale, we lengthen, exhale, melt the heart. Maybe that right hand reaches towards the left as we melt. Taking it slow, breathing space with each inhale into any parts of our body that feel tight or achy, softening any efforts that might bring pain. We invite our body just to be here for a moment, and then on an inhale, sweep it open if you like. Exhale, close it up. Each time you sweep it open, taking a deep breath into that heart center, can you feel the twist in your spine? Where do you feel it? Maybe the neck. If it's in the shoulder, you might reach with the heart center instead of reaching back so much with that shoulder. You might even plant your hand on your heart center as you do this and reach with your elbow. Beautiful. Exhale, melt it down. Walk your hands on over towards the right, and then bend that left leg. Inhale, sweep it open when you're ready. Moving with the breath or hanging out in stillness, wherever along this rainbow of motion you would like. A few more breaths just like this. I find on an exhale, when I really lift my tummy and make space for my body in this twist, I get like a low back pop, some real nice low mid back release work. On an exhale, you might plant that left hand. Maybe you extend that left arm long, or left arm, leg, whatever. Maybe you roll up on top, resting the top of the foot against the earth, letting it be messy. And then go ahead and rest those cheeks right back down on that blanket. Bend that left knee back in. Walk the hands, or excuse me, extend that left leg out. Walk the hands back to neutral. Find yourself upright. We only have a few more minutes. So let's do Baddha Konasana in a fold, and then let's do a really nice laying down twist just to really end our practice with some juicy squeezing out of all the tension in the body. So Baddha Konasana, pads of the feet together, making space for the tummy to hang. It can feel nice to hold the tummy, move it no matter the size of your belly, to allow it to have space and to not feel like it's an inconvenience, right? That this is just a part of your body, just like your knee is a part of your body. Sometimes we don't want to love on all these parts of our body, but they still deserve our support, and they still deserve space, and they still deserve to have us show up. So we're going to do that this morning. Inhale, find length. Exhale, send the belly and the heart center forward. And then you might brace the hands anywhere along the legs, and then bend the elbows, weighting the elbows down into the inside of your thighs as you soften the inside of the thighs here. And so the hips are opening as you're folding. And because you're making space for your belly, this low back stretch is really what's happening here, which is delicious. And then it doesn't matter how low to the ground you get, because even hanging out a wee bit into this has so many benefits, right? Sometimes when our goal is to get down to the lowest point in our fold, we're really just stressing the body more than we're honoring it. And so I like to think of these gentle moments where each exhale, I soften. It's like letting bread rise, right? Bread is delicious, but when you give it a moment to rise, or in this case, to just soften and be, that's when it gets really delicious. If you'd like to turn this into a twist, the left hand maybe braces the outside of that right foot or finds, the right side of the belly. On an inhale, we're going to sweep the left hand behind us. Gaze follows. I like to brace my foot or my leg because I can use it again as an anchor point to just invite my heart into this twist. On an exhale of your choice, switch sides. Inhale, we lengthen into this twist. Can we soften through the inside of your thighs as you do this? Pressing long through the top of the head as you press out through those fingertips or that elbow. And then exhale, bring it right back down into the fold. Lower the forehead down towards those toes. Relax through the back of the neck. You might even let the cheeks on your face soften, let the top of the earth, at the top of the earth, the top of your head sag towards the earth. When you're ready, begin to press down through the outsides of your feet. So you're pressing the outsides of your feet down into the earth and start to curl up vertebra by vertebra. The head is the last to rise. On an inhale of your choice, circle the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, lower them down towards the earth. Let's find our way onto our backs if you would like for a twist. Grab your strap. We're going to invite our knees up in towards our chest. And actually, I didn't cue a strap earlier, so I'm going to give you options. Don't worry if you don't got that going on. Planting the pads of our feet, take a moment, let your lower back soften. Let your shoulder blades soften. Let the back of your arms soften. Let the back of your head grow heavy as you relax through the front of the throat. Take a moment just to be here against the firmness of the earth. Allow it to support your body fully. And then when you're ready, press down through the pad of that right foot, lift the left knee. You might strap it and then invite the right knee in. So whether we're holding behind the knees, on top of them, we're using a strap, it doesn't matter. Take a moment to rock to the left and the right. Get all those muscles of the low back. If you really get rocking to either side of the body, then we're digging into those hip muscles. Loving on the kidneys, bringing sweet stimulation to the adrenal glands, new circulation, new blood to these areas just by rocking and rolling. I know that's what wanted to come out. From here, find a twist by letting both knees soften towards one side of the body. And you might grab your blanket that you were seated on and place it beneath the earth, or place it on top of the earth beneath your knees. And then if it feels right, maybe you tee the arms out wide. You might invite your neck into this by turning your face in the opposite direction of your knees, and then letting the neck soften, the shoulder blades soften once more. If you want to feel some more intensity in the low back, if that's what the body is asking for, you're going to pin your knees together and then extend that top leg long, point the toe, and then just let that foot, that right foot, sink down towards the earth. Soften through the mid-low back, through the shoulders and neck. And then when you're ready, bring that leg back and bend the knee, roll up top, switch sides. Ooh, maybe you grab your strap for a moment. Maybe you just make it messy. Maybe it's messy both ways. It is for me this morning. The knees soften towards the earth. Maybe you already know you want to turn your neck. Maybe you already know you want to extend that top leg. You decide. And then soften. Once you get there, begin to let go there. All the effort, all the needing to perform, all the needing to make a shape, to show up in some preconceived way, we let it all go. And in this moment, ask yourself, what shape does my body want to relax into? And then begin to soften through the knees and the ankles, soften through the inside and the outside of your thighs. And if your body begins to just sort of melt, shift, slide, let it. Find effortlessness. As long as it's pain-free, we soften, we slide, we let it be messy so that we can find release, enjoyment, and presence. And you might hang out here to end your practice, or you might roll onto the back and find maybe corpse pose, arms and legs extended. Maybe you just find a sweet little ball to curl up into. But we'll end our practice in your chosen posture, letting it be messy and melty, letting the jaw soften as the back of the arms soften, as the low back and hips soften, releasing any effort through the knees, the ankles, all the way down into the toes. Whatever the rest of this day has for us, whatever the rest of the week has for us, we invite in imperfection. We invite in joy, in the unexpected. We invite in deep compassion, starting for self first and foremost, because when you believe you deserve it, you definitely believe other people do. And so we cultivate self-love, we cultivate self-compassion, we cultivate self-neutrality. And we're able to better offer it to others through the practice. Bring all that goodness with you this week. When you're ready, you might wiggle your fingers and your toes. Invite a shifting, relieving any area of your body that may start to feel achy. And then through just some intuitive movement, awakening the body, finding that good stretch like you would after a long nap in the sun. I miss the sun. And then you might even roll onto your side, find your way up into a momentary seat of your choice. Maybe we end practice with palms at the heart center if it feels right. Tiny little bow in the head. Ending our practice how we started it, with a pat on the back. Hell yeah. Being in community is beautiful. Being together is beautiful, let alone breathing, let alone moving how it feels right for our bodies. Your choice this morning to meet yourself here, whatever it looked like, is a powerful one. Let that power continue with you throughout the day as you continue to make choices that honor your needs, body, mind, and heart. The light in me and the dark in me sees the light and the dark in you, and we are the same.